0-0, of course. The lower bracket final here. Best of 3 between Cash and HawK. Foggy is waiting in the grand final. Who is gonna play against him? Cash from Russia or HawK? Well, also from Russia, I guess. The Ukrainian is waiting for his opponent. Is he waiting for his prey? It kind of looks like it today. Foggy playing out of this world. Defeating TH, by the way. 2-0 earlier today. In case you guys missed it. It was a crazy strong performance. He almost defeated Lin a couple hours later. In a best of 5. But actually Lin was able to eke out the victory. Just ever so barely against Foggy. But we focus on this game now. HawK versus Cash. I haven't seen these two collide in quite a while. Very aggressive opening here by Cash. He's not delaying his shot though. With this opening, you can even go for a later shot for an even faster tech. Tech which is starting right now. Blade Master gonna grab up the first consumable here, Sentry Wards. He's a little too late to get the Nightcrawler, but he gets this one. Keeps the Archmage on level 2. Can he steal all of the last hits here? Keeping him on level 1, I mean, excuse me. Well done. Nice counterplay there by HawK. Baiting the backstab. But he still got the last hit on the Water Elemental, so he still gets close to level 2 himself.
Player's forces are under attack.
Water Elemental. Sacrifice, denied into the creeps. Where's the Grunt, by the way? Ah, there it is. Oh, can you hear the neighbors hammering? There's some nails being driven into a wall. So Archmage into the main base. Earlier by HawK we saw a really cool creep route here. Archmage being distracting in the opponent's base and then Militia creeping up this right here. And that's what's happening again. But I think he needs more, right? He needs the footies as well. But there's a Sentry Ward here scouting for this. And actually, it's only these two creeps. That's not going to be too much experience for him. So, I don't know if the Archmage is going to get level 3 too easily. Oh, even the Blade Master here. These Sentry Wards. So nice for Cash. Can be an amazing item. Most of the peasants actually do get away. But the Blade Master still gets the scraps here. That's going to be his level 2. Thank you very much. And the Grunt over here. Can he get something? Water Elemental nicely micro towards the back here so it can't get killed. So AM's levels, what's it looking like? 150 away from level 3. Still pretty far. Let's compare the techs. Orc is decently far ahead. Oh, looking for the surround. Almost. Hard to do. Despite how many hit points they have, grunts are actually not that big. Compared to fiends or heroes or such. So when Orcworker here was facing off against HawK, I'd say their HawK had a better early game. It's all around the level 3 Archmage. Always in the early game in this matchup. HawK definitely a Mountain King player. Is this his choice again? It certainly is. Whereas over here we have the SH, of course. Bestiary, Lodge coming up. Nothing being cancelled. Oh, yeah, I like this creep from the Blade Master. Usually, of course, that belongs to the human, but now he's taking it away from him. Not the entire creep camp, of course. Only the big one. But that one gives a big item.
A player's forces are under attack.
So can he cancel this in the end? Not quite. Water elementals not strong enough. And the SH here with the hexes. This is gonna be a TP forced, right? He has a scroll of speed. He should TP. This is just unnecessary damage. HawK! You will have to TP. There's no way around this. He's really... Alright, there we go. Finally. I guess he bought a bit of time here for his footies. Oh, but the sentry ward! Oh, he should have seen this. He should still be seeing this. But he's deciding not to attack? I think that's a big mistake. I think that's a massive mistake. He could have gone there with all of his grunts and heroes. And he could have killed 3 footies at the very least. Cash playing this very passively. He does get the Ogre Warrior, I suppose. Ogre Magi, that is. But I must say, that was an opportunity missed. And HawK
A player's forces are
getting away here with a lucky break. Going for the Merc Camp next. He may need some militia support for this, but he's not calling them. Again, this could be getting creepjacked. But this is a little bit more dangerous. Easier militia support, Merc support, lots of slows and ensnares, so I can understand that he keeps creeping now. Double level up for him. The item here was Book of the Dead. As long as there's no Dispel, this is amazingly strong. Archmage is finally gonna get his level 3. That took a while though. Level 2 MK, Lionhorn. A very meh item, of course. Oh. This walker is stuck in the back. Okay, he cancels the wall mill. Gets it in the end. Sentry ward here. Giving nice vision again. And he's just playing this passively here, Cash. Holding on to both ones of mana stealing. They share a cooldown, of course. Can be nice against the MK though. And Orkwalker was very unlucky with the items earlier today. Cloak of Flames is really nice if you get past the Spirit Breakers, that is. Spell Breakers, that is. Which are starting to come out now. And will be becoming more and more. Usually orcs like to fight before there's too much walker on the breakers. So their Spirit Link doesn't get stolen too easily. Also before level 3 MK. All of which is seeming to line up here for HawK. Ankh for him, pretty nice. MK will oftentimes find himself in trouble. Oh my god, the footy! He has backpack! He gets the item! But he did reveal himself. So, Crystal Ball is reclaimed by the orc. That would have been so cool. But yeah, he accidentally right-clicked on something and or triggered the attack command, and then you instantly become visible. But I like that he's doing this. Footies are falling off heavily, of course, in this stage of the game. Does he have... Where did the reveal... Ah, reveal from the crystal ball, of course. So... Blade Master, pretty strong. SH level 3, that's a prerequisite here to be able to take these fights. But the Archmage also continues to creep. I would imagine we're going to see the players going to upkeep soon. First, Kodo is here. Big upgrade for everything. So, does HawK want to fight down here? Is he going to call militia to help him? He has a couple of militia he could call, but they would be far away. Early with the dust. He's not using the Stormbolt. He grabs it up, and the item, Claws +9, important not to give this to the Blade. And he keeps all of his units alive, didn't even lose that one breaker. And he's not even stuck. Can go out. And an expansion coming from Cash. That is super greedy. HawK is already going into upkeep. If he keeps on producing for like a minute now, he can hit this base really hard. And it takes even more than a minute. Orc bases, as we know, do take forever. Does he have a depth training on his priests? Yes, he does. So Book of the Dead isn't going to be too effective, most likely.
A player's forces are under attack.
Cash is going to go for a bit of a base attack. He's going to force a TP home and probably going to get away with only a scroll of speed, but he's giving up more creeps to his opponents. MK getting close to 4. AM getting closer, a little at least, to 5. Oh, actually I like the liberal use of the Book of the Dead here. Puts in some damage. Item over here, I'm not quite sure. Level 4 for the Blade Master. More damage for him. MK level 4 for him as well. He found the Ring of Regen down there. Can be decent. Does he have space to make the shop somewhere in the back? No. He will have to make it out in front again. But that's the TP forced. And that was good damage, honestly. HawK has been stuck around 55, 60 supply for a long time now. And most likely he's going to need TP as well. He doesn't have too many breakers, only 4. It's manageable. And he actually keeps this crystal ball still. And the expo is basically done. He can go for some mercs now as well. He is supply stuck at the moment though. No new burrows coming up. What's the item here? Throw the Magi, that's nice. And some agility tomes. He's gladly gonna pick those up. So HawK, what does he have? Double invul. No TP. This is a little dangerous, especially the Archmage. He needs to be careful with his positioning. Footy has scouted this, but this may be too late now. Expo is running. HawK has to win this game here within the next minute or so. Otherwise, this should be curtains for him. Militia are coming from the main, along with more breakers. Oh man, the first casters die so quickly. We have Blizzard once again. And snares coming in pretty quickly. We have 3 breakers, 3 raiders, excuse me. That's not the most, to be honest. SH far forward to be in range for the Hex, I suppose. More and more Blizzard coming in. MK taking a lot of damage. Still holding on to the invul though. Lots more mana on this Archmage's side. Blizzard coming in again. Hex this time has to be used, and this means the SH is almost out of mana. This fight could turn around in HawK's favor any second now, if it hasn't already. Heal Stroll coming in. Where's the ensnares? There's one of them. Archmage in trouble. He's gonna have to go for the invul here if he doesn't want to lose. Invul used too late, I think. Now he's in real trouble, because he can die immediately in this positioning. He may have the Ankh, but after that, how is he gonna get out of this sticky situation? Blade Master still with the invul. This Archmage in so much trouble when he comes back, which he will right here. He's just gonna die immediately. Uh-oh. Looking bad for HawK. That's the GG, in fact. And Cash takes this in the end pretty convincingly, I guess. Positioning there of the army and Archmage was not quite flawless, I would say, towards the end. And I was expecting HawK to have a much bigger army much more quickly, but that attack into the base, I don't know if you found some solo pickoffs or something, really slowed him down. Well done by Cash. A bit of a surprise here, a bit of an upset, defeating HawK. HawK, of course, he hasn't been so active himself lately. So it could be the rematch again for Cash. If he defeats HawK here, he's in the grand final against Foggy, which would be a tough, tough game for him. Oh, we have another donation there. Thank you very much, Ballpark Frank, once again. 10 euros. Remo, if I ever get married, will you come and be my best man? Cheers and happy Sunday. Thank you for your pristine cast today. You are the man. Keep it up. Damn, dude. How nice of you. Thank you for the nice words. That is heartwarming indeed. I love weddings. I would love to come to any wedding. And I'd be your best man as well. Why not? But I think you live like in Michigan or something? Somewhere in America, right? So would be a little difficult to get there. But I love weddings, so, you know, why not? So, Cash just grabbed the lead against HawK. 1-0, one map away from making it to the grand final. HawK's map choice now. Echo Isles. In China we sometimes see expansions. Fast expansions. That is risky though. That can backfire horribly. HawK is usually more of the one base MK player. No tower rushes, no expos. Fairly predictable in that regard. But also strong. He looked to be in a really good position there on map number 1, but at some point it just all flipped around. It seemed to come with that base attack. With that Book of the Dead. So this is a normal build, no power build, altar or something. Yumiko's specialty is what that would be. Archmage. The days of MK first against Orc are over. The days of MK first in general are pretty much over, actually. Unless you play ladder. If you play undead on ladder, you see a lot of MK first. I can assure you. Do orcs actually research the grunt upgrade? Yes, absolutely. Almost all the time. It's really good. It's 3 more damage and 100 more HP. Very, very good. Especially against human. Against human, grunts remain valuable throughout all stages. Against Night Elf, they become really bad really quickly. Against undead, I'm still not quite sure. I think grunts are alright against undead, but not more. Against human, though, I think they're always good.
The player's forces are under attack.
So, off we go. Only 4 peasants this time to creep up the first camp. This will mean a faster attack. Most likely. A little bit at least. For HawK. Gloves on the blade. And he's being super aggressive here. He wants to cancel the second burrow. But little does he know, it's a 2-burrow tech. Suddenly Cash is switching it up. I wonder why. Last hit goes towards the Orc. Without much trouble.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wait a minute, what's happening here? Ah, this is just for simultaneous creeping for his level 2. Alright, no expansion or anything. That would be pretty crazy. Thank you very much, Hello Waya, with a 3-month resub and XD. Appreciate it, buddy. So, yeah, HawK can't do too much, but he does buy space for this creep camp. That will be his level 2 Blade Master. He is leaving his own main base, feeling secure enough with the grunts that he has. Tech-wise, it's actually the human ahead. And this is the difference of 1 burrow versus 2 burrow. He did not get an item at the marketplace. I heard you're not the best at weddings. There was a one-time incident, okay? One time I was not at my nicest. Usually I am. Blade Master almost level 2 now. Archmage did get some decent experience, but the difficulty still persists. Where does he get level 3? Will Cash leave him alone? Will he have the space? And this is where good orcs will never ever leave the Archmage alone, where they will keep on scouting. Don't let him creep for free. Now like this, he's spinning away his Blade Master to scout down here. He misses him over here though, and with that, oh, HawK has outmaneuvered Cash a little bit here. Because since the Archmage wasn't here, Cash thinks he must be here then. Or over here, but no. With the help of nighttime, limited vision, HawK has made his way all the way over here, and this will be crept up easily now for him, with Merc Camp support perhaps, and that's easy level 3. Cash gets this camp as well, but level 3 is much better for the Archmage than it is for the Orc. Still good for the Orc of course, but for the Archmage it's a game changer. Pendant of Energy as well, amazing for an MK second possibly. I like that he got the tele staff, by the way. So he can go home should he need to. Berserker for cash. Very good against tower rushes. HawK, though, usually not really a tower rush kind of player. And here we go. Archmage with level 2 water elementals moving into the main with a perfect timing against the tier 2 buildings. SH coming up now. Cancels it. In favor of faster buildings, but that's not gonna work. No way Jose. Has to cancel both, has to go for the SH now. And the Blade Master being super greedy, creeping up even more despite all of this pressure. Needs to make the SH before the burrow falls. Dude, make your SH. Oh no. Cash with a massive mistake. Not producing. Oh, there it is. Last second. Goes for the SH. This is still a bad position for him, don't get me wrong. But at least the SH will be here kind of soon. And the Grunt's so far out of position. Oh my god. I think that was a big mistake. Going for the gold mine was really greedy. Should have run home instead. Because now his tier 2 units are gonna be extremely delayed. Whereas over here, already casters on their way. Blood Mage second. I forgot about the Blood Mage. HawK does also like a Blood Mage every now and then. Not just MK. Blood Mage, a hero that has completely disappeared out of the meta in China. We see MKs and we see a whole bunch of Beastmasters. But no Blood Mage at all anymore. Reprisal used to be the king of Blood Mage, but Reprisal is not really so visible in the scene anymore himself. Oh, nice dust here. Keeps the Siphon on the blade. Lots of mana for him. Militia being called. Does he have ivories? Tower supported push. Oh yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's making his way over with ivories. Grunts, let's see if he's not getting the Berserker upgrade actually. It's quite a bit of lumber and he needed that lumber first for the tier 2 buildings. So he's trying to intercept the human right now. And there's one unit. What's he gonna go for? Speed scroll and onto the Archmage we go. Full smork, ladies and gentlemen. And there's another Hex in a second. He has to TP out. And that's an easy prevention of the first push. Delay, at the very least. Thank you very much, Santo X, for the first time sub. Welcome. SH, though, has, yeah, very little experience, of course. Crap, nothing. So is HawK gonna move across again? Militia, here we go once more. Blade Master could wake up the creeps. Delay this even further. And this is why HawK is moving through the north. But not with all of his army. Oh, but now he realizes. Doesn't want to walk into these end snares. Okay, here we go again. SH, still no creep kills to his name. But he has more Hex. He has a whole bunch of Hex, in fact. And good intercept once more. Archmage has a healing potion.
The town is under siege.
But no TP. There is one scroll of speed on the orc side. Dangerous against slow. Siphon mana, burning a lot of it. Everything's slowed. He has to go for the speed scroll and disengage, I think. He's looking for more damage. He's looking for the kill, but with all this slow... Oh, he's really committing to this kill? That's not gonna work. And now the slow is running... Oh, he's actually gonna get the kill. Alright. Finishes it up with a crit. But now everything's slowed. And he has so many Sorks. He has so much more slow. And the towers will be coming up here. Lots of water elementals as well. Holy moly.
Players' forces are under attack.
Here come the towers. There was already some towers coming up. He cancelled those. He needs the money for the upgrade of these, I suppose. More walkers coming in. They do not have adept training. And the first couple of headhunters pretty far out of position. Casters being microed well. We have the first Kodo Beast as well now. Walkers all over the place. This orc army seems to be, yeah, fumbling to get a decent position. Walker dies, but towers get cancelled. The first one pretty easily. The second one as well, but he's suffering a lot of damage for this. Everything's dropping low. He's gonna have a triple kill on his side here in just a moment. All the grunts are dead. Only one tower remaining though. Holy shit, almost a 20 supply lead for HawK. How did this game spiral so hard out of control? This looks like the equalizer. Kodo getting focused. Maybe dying here all the way in the back. One Blade Master to rule them all. But SH doesn't even have Heal Wave. SH needs to be level 3 at this point. Level 2 at the very least. Kodo dies as well. 30 versus 52 supply. Blood Mage is back. GG! And HawK equalizes 1-1. So, one last map to decide it. Who is gonna be Foggy's opponent? Amazonia. The decision. That looked pretty strong by HawK that game. So where did it really go so wrong? The 2-borrow tech, I think, showed its downsides there really heavily. SH being so late, buildings being cancelled so easily. Most importantly, I guess it was the Archmage getting level 3 so pretty easily. The scouting there by Cash wasn't quite perfect to always have vision of the human. Which is what you, how you want to have it ideally. And now going on to AZ next. Usually here it's much harder to keep the Archmage on level 2 only compared to Echo Isles, so this could be a tough one once again. Alright, plays are in. They're ready to go. One map to decide who makes it into the grand final. Let's see, do we have the colors right? Switched them again. Switched them again. Second place is a bit of prestige and honor, I suppose, but you don't get prize money and you don't get a slot to China. What you do get is a match against Foggy, which is scary in its own right. Foggy is waiting up in the upper bracket. He has not dropped a map so far. Will he be losing a map at least to one of these two? Honestly, he may just steamroll through this 3-0, but one step at a time. Anything's possible in Warcraft, and if they play their best, maybe they can do it. Maybe they can upset Foggy, because that's what happened last year. Last GCS, Orc Worker took the first qualifying spot against Foggy in a crazy best of 5. Something that nobody was expecting. But he did make it work. Orc Worker, really impressive there. Orc Worker did drop out here in 4th place in our first game that we casted today. So, here's the AM against the Blade Master, of course. Keeping him on level 2 for a long time. That is the key. This is hard to do here. Hardest to do on TM, I guess. Also on Terranas, but those are vetoed. So we're left with AZ. As our final one. Blade Master gonna look towards some claws of attack here early, if he can. Five militia creep once again. Gonna be a bit of a late attack. Oh my god. Did he get it? For a second there, I thought the footy may have gotten the last hit. That would have been crazy, but no. Blade Master secures it. Only the ring for him. That is very unlucky. But he'll take what he can get, I suppose. Level 2 already for the Archmage. And then the tech will commence shortly. Tech already started here for the Orc side. 1 borrow this time. Not the 2 borrow as it was on Echo Isles. Sells the ring for the circlet. And it's going for some creeping right away. And super early Murloc creep here by HawK. Grunt not scouting for this. Over here. HawK did see it. Did try to intervene. But in the end, item and last hit go to the Blade Master, getting him closer to level 2. There's a Windwalk here. Counterplay again against the backstab. We keep our eye on the experience bar here. He does get it in the end. And does he get the second one? Oh! Very well done by Cash. A lot of experience denied away from the Archmage. With these 2 last hits, honestly, it is a little difficult already to get level 3. He could use more Militia to creep this. That is actually possible. If you multitask it well. But that might be too much lumber, I don't know. So yeah, tech comparison. Oh! I think HawK forgot to tech there for a while. This is later than it should be. If he can keep the Archmage on level 2 as well, this should mean that his tier 2 production facilities should be safe to complete. He has the 2 grunts now. He's spreading them out. Looking for his opponent Archmage all by himself. He may be able to creep the Murlocs here. And this is why it's so hard to keep the AM on only level 2. Because there's so many small camps that the human can try to take out. So hard to keep tabs on all of them. 1 footy here. Maybe lost. Oh, nice block actually. And the Archmage in the main. Harassing a little, but he's too early for the tier 2 building. So he's not accomplishing too much. He may be able to get this green camp, but that's not enough for level 3. Blade Master moving south. Really good grunt scouting this time by Cash, we have to say. He will get this rogue here. HawK will, getting him closer to level 3. He wants to get the slippers. Oh, nice block from these grunts. Dude, are you seeing these blocks? Holy shit! That was sick by Cash. And he gets rewarded by grabbing up those slippers for himself. That was actually so well done. And now he blocks the footy as well. Which will result in another kill, most likely. He would have to chase far for this though. But man, what a block. Archmage, with this camp, he will get level 3. But that's okay, I guess, this timing now. Because the tier 2 buildings are gonna be up. The SH is gonna be out. More and more slippers here. Blade Master would have loved those for himself. For the human, they're not that great. Shop in the back, I like this. But now where does he make his sanctums? One here? I don't think this is enough space for one here. Maybe if he cuts down this tree. Wow, he sells the TP. Alright. All in tower push. That is dangerous. And I don't feel that there's a need to do that. I think he could have just played MK map control, but alright. Here it is. And he scouts it early. Blade Master has already seen it. SH has taken out the first creep camp. Fire Lord, all in tier 2 tower push. Here we go, boys. Nice block here against the grunt. Not quite nice enough for the hero kill, though. Putting a lot of damage onto this Fire Lord early on. This peasant kill would be his level 2 for the SH. He wants it so bad, and he gets it. Heal wave can save his grunt here. That was very, very close. Needs to use some heal salves now. This is a lot of human stuff. How does he deal with this the best? Doesn't have all that much army at the moment. He has very little ranged army to deal with these towers. Is he gonna go for some berserkers? Headhunters, I mean. This is something we will often see from the Chinese players. Blade Master in the front line, tanking a lot of damage, but he's also very tanky, as it is, with the Spirit Link. So many summons, though. Jesus Christ. The Lava Spawn tanking a hell of a lot of DPS. He needs a Scroll of Healing here. Cash. He probably should have crept this up instead. That would have been level 2 SH and a Scroll of Healing as well. But as it is, he's starting to lose the grunts. First one's down, second one soon to follow. The towers are coming up in the back. Pretty much exactly the same positioning as it was against Orc Worker. Blade Master. Very low HP. Very low HP. Windwalk has to save himself with a potion or something. SH in trouble as well. He has the potion, has to consume it. But there's still so much human stuff left. Wait a minute, does he have no... He has no casters! This is just footies and towers. Nothing else. Summons, I guess. A whole bunch of summons. And now there's 4 guards. More guard towers even coming up. Everything's low here. Can he stabilize? Demolishers, I don't know, something. Footies in the peon line, this is so nice. With defend as well. Now the burrows don't do anything to him anymore. Everything's dropping low. This seems to be falling apart here. I said earlier, HawK really is not a Fire Lord player, but he proves me wrong. More and more towers coming up. Blade Master's trying to deal with these footies, but they're retreating to the safety of the guard towers. And up here, Cash has to multitask now. He's not paying attention to these raiders at the moment. These are expensive losses. They're still not being microed. Finally! It's a little too late. He lost them. Because over here, he was looking at his Blade Master. There's a shop coming up in front. He got one of the towers. Oh my god, these peons are all one hit away from dying. Another burrow's falling. That was covering against the guard towers for a while. More and more summons. And he has like nothing left. 28 supply only. More towers coming. No more mining. This looks like HawK in the grand final against Foggy. Or is there a miracle up the Orc sleeve? Hero kill has to be the answer. Can he get it though? The surround doesn't stick. That was the only ensnare that he had. Speed scroll is over. And I think this game's over. Peons dying left and right. Towers everywhere. Cash thinking right now, is there a way I win this game still? I would love to tell you yes, man, and I would love to tell you how, but I have no idea. It looks impossible from where I'm sitting. SH is close to 3, that's gonna be, oh, that's fairly nice, I suppose, for better healing. And that's almost the level up for him, but come on, man. Has to go for the heal wave before. More lava spawn. Barely any units for HawK, but a whole bunch of towers. Stronghold is going to be dropping low. Very low. And there's not too many peons left for repair. Base race? Is that the answer here? Is there a tower in the main? They're coming. More and more towers for HawK. 2 will be enough, I think, to deal with that. And the stronghold is dropping low. It is gonna fall in just a second, and that might prompt the GG. Certainly when he sees the towers in the base. This is hopeless. GG! Cash taps out, and it is HawK in the grand final against Foggy next.